As tensions between Moscow and Washington grow in the wake of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, and with China aggressively flexing its nuclear muscle on the global stage, Putin's brazen exhibition of the nuclear card stands as a menacing signal. Adding to this escalating sense of unease is Putin's recent trip to China, a visit laden with strategic implications. The extended duration of the Ukrainian conflict has left Putin in an increasingly precarious position, prompting a desperate bid to rally domestic support by parading his nuclear football in plain view, an unwavering reminder that the specter of nuclear retaliation looms ominously, ready to be unleashed should Ukraine dare to make a move toward reclaiming Crimea or any other of its annexed territories. On the morning of January 25, 1995, a Norwegian-US research rocket, the Black Brant 12, was launched off Norway's coast to study the northern lights. However, this seemingly innocuous event turned into a high-stakes test of the hair-trigger nuclear postures maintained by both Russia and the United States. The rocket, designed for scientific research, was quickly detected by Russian early warning radars, setting off alarm bells in Moscow. Within minutes, Russian President Boris Yeltsin was handed his nuclear command suitcase, plunging the world into one of the most perilous moments of the nuclear age. This incident shed light on the enduring legacy of Cold War nuclear doctrines. Both Russia and the US still rely on rapid decision-making regarding potential nuclear attacks. In the event of an impending strike, a Russian president has approximately 8 minutes to decide on a course of action. The Norway rocket episode, while ultimately harmless, exposed a critical flaw in the system: the lack of clear information for making such a monumental decision. This event triggered heightened alert levels in Russian strategic forces and marked the first time a Russian leader had to use the nuclear briefcase in a real alert, highlighting the potential for disastrous misunderstandings in a post-Cold War world. On October 18, 2023, Russian President Vladimir Putin ventured to Beijing, marking his second known trip outside the former Soviet Union since the war in Ukraine began in February 2022. As the world watched, Chinese state media released a captivating snippet of this historic encounter. The footage captured Putin's enigmatic arrival for a pivotal meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Flanked by guards, he left no room for surprises. Yet what truly intrigued the global audience was the presence of 2 Russian naval officers in full uniform, bearing intriguing briefcases. Evidently, these 2 officers were more than just ceremonial companions. One of these enigmatic briefcases, experts speculate, is the infamous nuclear briefcase. The nuclear briefcase, shrouded in mystery and surrounded by a cloud of dread, has long captured the world's imagination. It contains the codes and mechanisms that could unleash untold devastation upon our world. With it, its owner wields the power to order nuclear missile strikes from virtually anywhere on Earth. In the hands of a world leader, this briefcase represents an unimaginable responsibility and a harrowing reality. Both Russia and the US possess their own doomsday devices, which are designed to ensure the ultimate deterrence in a world teetering on the brink of nuclear Armageddon. When US President Joe Biden and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin come face to face, the unsettling knowledge that these dreadful briefcases are never far from their respective leaders casts a chilling pall over the negotiations. Bearing its name from the imposing Mount Shaget in the Caucasus Mountains, this unassuming briefcase is rarely seen and even less frequently filmed. The Shaget is more than a mere briefcase. It serves as a secure communication tool, a direct link from the President of Russia to the nation's military leadership, and ultimately to the rocket forces through the highly classified Kazbek electronic command and control network. This network is the key to another covert system known as Kavkaz, which together form the backbone of Russia's nuclear deterrence strategy. But the president is not the sole custodian of this shadowy briefcase. In the event of a potential order to strike, the defense minister and the chief of general staff each have their own Shaget. These 3 figures must coordinate with precision when the need arises. Even on foreign soil, the Shaget accompanies the president. Typically, a naval commander guards the briefcase. In a rare moment of revelation in 2019, Russia's Zvezda television channel unveiled a tantalizing glimpse of the Shaget's inner workings. It displayed an array of buttons, but the most haunting are those within the command section: a white launch button and a blood-chilling red cancel button. activation requires a special flash card, adding an additional layer of security. Kremlin correspondents noted, quote, "There are certain suitcases without which no trip of Putin's is complete." The iconic briefcase is a symbol of immense power and responsibility. What makes this display unusual is that the nuclear football is rarely, if ever, shown to the public. Rebecca Koffler, a former Defense Intelligence Agency officer and president of Doctrine and Strategy Consulting, believes this is no mere coincidence. She suggests that the Kremlin is orchestrating the deliberate filming of Putin's nuclear football for a specific purpose. The Russian media, under tight Kremlin control, reinforces this narrative by highlighting the presence of these mysterious briefcases that always accompany the Russian president during his official functions. It's a carefully choreographed display designed to remind the world of the tremendous power Putin wields. However, despite these grand intentions, Putin's return from China proved somewhat anticlimactic. He failed to secure the major energy and agriculture deals he had hoped for, potentially complicating Russia's already strained relations with the West. In a concerning development, Russia's parliament has initiated steps to revoke its ratification of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, signaling the potential abandonment of the pact. This move could have far-reaching implications for global nuclear stability, further unsettling the precarious international landscape. In the heart of the Cold War, a hidden relic of American power emerges: the Presidential Emergency Satchel, popularly known as the nuclear football. Its origins trace back to the early 1960s, during the tense era of President John F. Kennedy. Fearing the need for swift verification of orders for a nuclear strike, the football came into existence. Contrary to Hollywood depictions, there's no ominous red button inside this enigmatic case. Instead, it serves as a mobile command center, containing authentication codes, secure bunker locations, and instructions for using the emergency broadcast system. Within this unassuming metal case lies a chilling menu of potential nuclear strike targets, along with classified bunkers for the president and staff to seek refuge during a nuclear crisis. The entire package is discreetly encased in a leather bag, alongside essential communication equipment. The responsibility of carrying the nuclear football is no small matter. Military staff from the 6 service branches rotate this duty, undergoing rigorous background checks to ensure the utmost security. The Presidential Emergency Satchel has been the unwavering companion of American presidents since Dwight D. Eisenhower. The name nuclear football is believed to have roots in Operation Dropkick, an early Cold War plan. Every president has traveled with the mysterious briefcase in tow, aware of the immense decisions they may one day have to make. This covert case contains information on retaliatory options, classified site locations, and a small card called the Biscuit, holding authentication codes for authorizing a nuclear strike. In the event of such an order, the military is poised to carry out the president's command, similar to the Russian system. Additionally, the vice president carries a similar briefcase to ensure continuity, in case the president is unable to fulfill their duties. Far less is known about the inner workings of the Russian counterpart to the American nuclear football. It was in the turbulent year of 1983 when these mysterious devices made their debut. And thanks to the treasures held within a central Russian museum, we can now catch a glimpse of one of the early iterations of this enigmatic device. Fast forward to 2015. In the Yeltsin Center, an intriguing artifact is on display. This particular briefcase was issued to none other than Boris Yeltsin during his presidency from 1991 to 99. Looking closely at the photograph, there are 4 prominent buttons, 3 on the left and 1 on the right. On the left side, the buttons are labeled Recommend, Cancel Input, and Confirm. The 4th button, a stark red, ominously reads Transmit. These buttons are the keys to potentially unlocking the devastating power of Russia's nuclear arsenal. Simplicity is key, as these devices were designed to be easily operable by even the often elderly Soviet leaders. With the ongoing struggles of the Russian campaign in Ukraine, questions have arisen about Russia's nuclear procedures, including Putin's version of the nuclear football. As military tensions escalate, so does the concern that these devices might be put into use.